How many videos have we seen where people fake seizures just so they can get attention? Look at this.
Amber Laudacina was at Harris Teeter in Winston-Salem recording this video of a training session with her dog, Coda. After a few minutes of
She's recording a training session. She's training this dog to be a service dog. And she has the camera rolling in position for her to fake this seizure.
training, Coda barks and then lies down, ignoring Amber's training commands.
When I have my pseudo seizures, it's not epileptic.
She called them pseudo seizures. You know, like pseudoscience. She called them pseudo seizures. What would possess people? How can anybody be this desperate for attention?
It's not epileptic. So I actually don't know when they're coming on. I can't feel.
Because you're faking it every single time. Claiming to have seizures when your goal is just to bring your bully breed into public spaces just to scare and intimidate people and look for attention. A pseudo seizure. I never even heard of that.
Know when they're coming on. I can't feel it when it's coming on. You can see in the video where you'll start to recognize I'm dazing off. I'm starting to...
No, I didn't recognize nothing like that. I saw a mentally ill narcissist get on the ground and lay on the ground just for attention. That's what I saw.
Lose mobility. I start to lose my ability to speak.
Amber tried to continue with
Okay, how many of y'all believe this? Are you buying this?
the training until
Now, you see that? I want people to know something. These people with these service dogs, I suspect all of them are actually engaged in philia. These are the oophiles of the community. Every single time they supposedly have a seizure, it's just their way of trying to make out with the dog. You can tell she has a very personal relationship with this thing. They all do.
Speak.
Amber tried to continue with the training until
You see where the dog's head was? Right in public, right in front of everybody. Dog buried its entire nose in her personal areas. And they do that every single time. And that's why they have these service dogs. Their goal is just to openly be intimate with these things.
Speak.
Amber tried to continue with the training until she says she realized she felt a bit off and she takes a seat. Coda stays with Amber as people pass by.
She felt a bit off and needed to take a seat. This is why some people will walk up to a person like this and sock her square in the face. Some people will do that. That's why you hear these stories about people beating up nutters. Because they know that she's doing this just to endanger people. Imagine if you just had a child get mutilated and disfigured and you walk into the grocery store and you see this. That's just the moment where somebody would tee off on a psychotic nutter like this.
Pass by.
How pathetic is that? Just picture yourself in a grocery store and you're seeing this disgusting narc freak up there faking a seizure.
And that's when the store's assistant manager walks up to help.
The employees typically don't, sit with me or anything like that. They tend to just stand around and wait for EMTs to arrive. She pulled out all the stops for as long as
All for attention. Unbelievable.
I have had service dogs and as long as I have actually been sick. I have never experienced someone...
Okay? These are the people I don't want to live around. I want to be completely separated from people like this.
Take on a situation like she did.
The assistant manager stayed with Amber as EMS came to check on her.
Y'all hear what she said?
Situation. I have never experienced someone take on a situation like she did.
She's talking about the dog. Woman, what are you talking about? The dog didn't take on no situation. What are you talking about? All that dog did was stand there and look at you. She talking about?
Experience someone take on a situation like she did.
The assistant manager stayed with Amber as EMS came to check on her. Thankfully, she didn't need to go to the hospital.
She did not need to go to the hospital. Does that sound like someone who passed out from a seizure? You didn't even need to go to the hospital? No checkup, no nothing? That tells us you are faking it. And this is the case with people, all of these people who bring dogs into grocery stores or any type of store. Their goal is to be a narc, to get attention and to scare people, intimidate people. And there's some people in this world who can feel, they can sense when you're doing that. And they don't take it too well. And sometimes they walk up to these disrespectful nutters and slap them around a little bit. And I can't believe this media outlet did a story on this without pointing out the fact that she was faking. And this was uploaded or reported early last year, March 8th of last year. Just another example of how pathetic dog culture is. No matter which way you look at it, it is a very dumb, uncivilized, and demonic culture that needs to go.